demonetization was announced on November 8th, one issue that has gone largely under the radar is how India's political parties are funded. With there being almost zero transparency, it's difficult for the Indian electorate to clamp down on the impact that black money and corporate donations have on our electoral process. Here's what Prime Minister Narendra Modi had to say about this issue a few days ago at a BJP rally in Uttar Pradesh.
35 साल पहले कांग्रेस पार्टी जो कानून बनाया था पॉलिटिकल पार्टियों के हिसाब किताब के समझ में, हमारी सरकार ने उसमें फुल स्टॉप कॉमा को भी हाथ नहीं लगाया है.
There's no delicate way to put this, but our dear Prime Minister was lying when he said that. Why do we say he was lying? Well, one of the most important pieces of legislation that cover foreign monetary donations is the Foreign Contribution Regulation Act 2010. The 2010 FCRA Act was passed to make sure foreign entities do not influence India's politics and elections and apply to everyone, from political parties to media organizations to NGOs. The FCRA Act 2010, however, was quietly amended in this year's union budget by the Modi government to redefine companies such as Vedanta and other foreign companies as Indian companies. Crucially, the amendment is retrospective in nature and kicks in from the time that the revised FCRA Act was passed. That is 2010. Why was this done? Well, firstly, it was done so that hundreds of thousands of foreign companies could contribute to the coffers of Indian political parties. A second crucial side effect was that it was aimed at nullifying a 2014 Delhi High Court judgment that had found the BJP and Congress parties guilty of violating the FCRA by taking money from the UK-based Vedanta. These changes to laws regulating political funding were carried out by this government, which is why we say Modi is lying. While the Modi government has quietly amended FCRA 2010 to get the BJP and other political parties off the foreign funding hook, when it comes to India's NGOs, an altogether hypocritical stance is taken. In mid-2015, the Modi government cracked down on nearly 13,000 NGOs over violation of rules governing foreign funds. The most notable NGOs which had their licenses revoked were Greenpeace and the Ford Foundation. Civil society organizations have said that the crackdown has blocked crucial foreign and developmental aid that was going to some of the marginalized sections of Indian society, particularly Dalits and Adivasis. The latest NGOs targeted all happen to be working on issues the Modi government doesn't like, such as Dalit rights and communalism. According to the Voluntary Action Network of India, the quantum of funding of NGOs has already dropped sharply from rupees 13,600 crore in 2013-14 to rupees 7,600 crore in 2014-15. Remember that 2014 Delhi High Court judgment that held the BJP and Congress guilty of receiving foreign funding? The order was temporarily stayed because both parties had appealed to the Supreme Court. Last month, in a surprising move, both the BJP and Congress quickly retracted their appeals. Experts say this is because the Delhi High Court had decided that the foreign donations violated an earlier version of the FCRA regulations. Experts also believe that the government is going to try and amend the FCRA regulations again. Election funding in general, apart from the FCRA shenanigans, is very opaque in India because parties can accept donations up to rupees 20,000 without revealing their source. According to the Association of Democratic Reforms, 60% of the funding of 6 major parties including BJP, Congress and Communist Party of India Marxist came from unknown sources or donations below rupees 20,000. The BJP reported an income of rupees 977 crore from unknown sources in just 2 years, 2013-14 and 2014-15. So when BJP spokesperson GVL Narasimha Rao defends the FCRA amendment or says that there's transparency as to what is the source of funding, please understand this, he simply isn't telling the truth. Demonetization was sold as a fight against black money to make India more transparent. Well, it clearly doesn't apply to India's biggest political parties.